I want to ask everyone a question. What does Arlington mean to you? That's the one line here from me. I think about it, I sit here, I get chills as we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance, as we had our prayer. 1972, my family moved here from Lubbock, same year the Rangers came. And to fast forward and think from such lowly beginnings, that I would have the privilege to get to serve here in Arlington in this capacity as the chair of our chamber board. I would have the privilege to be in Arlington to get to meet the love of my life, the mother of our children, get to raise children, that I would get educated here in Arlington, that our kids would get educated here in Arlington, that I would go to the University of Texas at Arlington, that we would get married here in Arlington, that we'd get to build a business of so many great people and families here in Arlington, and be a part of a community. You think about every place in the world, even across the United States, where else is there a state of the city luncheon like this that so many servants, so many community leaders, business leaders come together, celebrate, and pull together? You look around this room, we're not fighting. We are together championing economic and community prosperity. So thank you, everyone, for being a part of what we get to celebrate when we look at the state of the city. And we want to look back for just a moment. We have a recap video just from last year. That one of the things that we'd get to dream about when we came in 1972 is the Texas Rangers would actually win the World Series. So let's look at that recap for our city, our community in the last year. What a year, huh? Let's go Arlington, the dream city. And now it's my privilege to get to introduce my friend, former Arlington police officer, former serviceman in our United States Marine Corps, our mayor, Jim Ross.
Oh, hello, everybody. Did y'all have a good lunch? Great. It was good to see y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I got tired just watching the video and seeing everything that has been going on in Arlington. It has been one exhausting year but full of a lot of fun. I remember this time last year, the Rangers were getting ready to start that World Series, and what a trip that was. I'm going to tell a little short story before we jump right into things. My 6-year-old grandson was riding with me to get to the World Series parade, and we couldn't get through the crowd because it was so massive. So I called Chief Jones and I said, "Chief, I need some help coming in." And he sent some motor jocks over to guide us through the crowd. And my grandson leans forward from his car seat and he says, "Papa, we are really important." That made everything worthwhile. So thank you to the Rangers for what they've done. Thank you for Arlington for that experience. I want to recap just a few really critically important things that has happened over the last year. One of the things is council has focused on generating job growth in Arlington. And what you're going to hear today is how we were able to be successful in generating job growth in the high-tech industry, in manufacturing, in aviation, in aerospace, in the service industry, all kinds of incredible job growth that we've started to see here in Arlington. We also invested tremendously in our streets, making our roads smoother and safer for your trip home or to work. We invested a lot of money in our water delivery systems and testing process. In fact, over the last year alone, if you look at what we've done with our streets and our water, we have spent over $160 million in making sure that your water gets to you in a safe manner and making sure your streets are repaired properly. One of the heaviest lifts that we experienced over the last year was dealing with trash. That's crazy to talk about, but Lord, I've learned that when you start messing with trash pickup, you really better be careful about how you deliver that message. So we transitioned from the bag trash to the trash carts. And we rolled out over 100,000 trash carts. And let me tell you, we did a lot of town hall meetings. We had a lot of individual meetings with folks and a lot of education about what was going on. But between Republic Waste and the City of Arlington staff, we did it. And what a tremendous job they did. They transitioned well. Our budget was a big challenge. We had to find ways to do more with less. You know, ARPA monies are running out, and y'all know some of the difficult questions that we struggled with and what we were to do with our budget. And one of the things we had to do in finding ways to do more with less was get creative on what we can do to generate more monies. And there's several things that happened over the last year that really helped us make more money. One of those things was the opening of Lowe's Arlington and Convention Center. And you would think, well, okay, yeah, sure, we can make a little bit more money with the heads and the beds and all of that kind of stuff. But here's the significant difference that that convention center and hotel made. Within 4 months of opening, that hotel ranked by CVent the 34th best meeting space in America. Now think about that for a second. That was 4 months after opening, and we are the 50th largest city in the country. Imagine where our ranking will be this time next year after we've had a full year of this under our belt. That does mean more heads in the beds, more people shopping in our retail stores, more people dining in our restaurants. Tourism in Arlington is off the hook. $15.6 million visitors who have spent $2.8 billion in this community. Now that's where we get a lot of help in doing what we do, such as spending $160 million on roads and water. One of the other things we did is we bought something. The city of Arlington purchased the FBO, the fixed base operator at the Arlington National Airport. That's right, we are a national airport now. Well, why is spending that money helping us out budget-wise? Because what we're able to do now is the city of Arlington, owning the FBO, is able to collect the monies from the fuel sales that happen at the airport. They're able to collect the monies from the hangar rentals that go on out there. What you see there is we're also able, over the next 20 years, to generate over 300 jobs, $2 billion in economic output, and $85 million in net benefits. That helps take the pressure off of our general funds and what we were otherwise having to do at the airport. None of this would have been possible but for our incredible city council. Our council is relentless and working together. There are other cities around this country that struggle with their ability to communicate and work effectively together, but we are blessed here in Arlington with a group of people that know how to work together, that desire what's good for this community. And I'm going to ask our city council to please stand, and y'all thank them for what they have done here in Arlington. They are literally second to none. The other problem we have is what to do with this character. So there is absolutely nothing that happens in this city without Trey Elverton's fingerprints all over it. In fact, Trey, why don't you come on up here for a second? I'm always amazed at how Trey finds a way to get stuff done. We joke on city council, he must have little hidden treasures of money that he stashes away so that he can all of a sudden come up with some extra funds to get things done. He has an uncanny ability to negotiate with some of the best business minds in the world. Y'all know we have some of the largest business owners ever here, and especially when you're dealing with people like the Cowboys and the Rangers and all of that, dealing with these type of organizations isn't easy. And Trey's known for saying, Mayor, don't tell me how to do it, just tell me what you want. And thank God he does, because I don't know how to do it. 3 years ago, we started a program to recognize people that typically don't get recognized for the incredible work that they do around this city. The recognition came in the form of what's called the Mayor's American Dream Award. And today, folks, our 2024 recipient of the American Dream Award is your very own Trey Elverton.
Trey, congratulations on the American Dream Award. It's a well-deserved honor for an extraordinary public servant. We've had the good fortune of working with cities throughout the country, and I can say that you are without peer in terms of your passion, your professionalism, your expertise, your love of your community. The results of that are found in the entertainment district. In a few short years, over $1 billion of development and created one of the best-in-class destinations in the country. We couldn't be more excited to work with you on the phases to come, and we couldn't be more happy for you for this extraordinary honor. Congratulations.
When our students at the University of Texas at Arlington cross the stage at graduation, we say, welcome to our Forever Maverick family. Trey has been a part of that Forever Maverick family for a long time. During his time at UTA, he was a resident advisor for Paschal Hall and did a fantastic job of leadership and supporting our students. All these years later, he's now in charge of a much bigger community, the whole city of Arlington. He's done a phenomenal job in leading our community and a longtime supporter of UTA. We are certainly Maverick proud of all that you've accomplished, Trey.
Trey, hearty congratulations. You've built an incredible team in Arlington. That team is dedicated to the purpose of making its citizens better, business thrive, and a community come together. If there's one thing we always think of when we think of you, we think of that incredible team that is humble and driven. Congratulations, Trey.
We've enjoyed a great working relationship at the Rangers with Trey and everyone at the city, but he has always been at the forefront of everything that we've done here in the past 10 years. And a big part of that is the leadership of Trey Yelverton, and he does it to the highest standard with honesty, integrity, high principles. Trey, on behalf of the Texas Rangers, congratulations on being presented with the American Dream Award.
Trey, on behalf of everyone involved with the National Medal of Honor Museum, we want to extend our most heartfelt and personal congratulations to you as this year's American Dream Award recipient. Such a great honor, and so perfect. On a personal note, it's been wonderful to get to know you and to have a front row seat watching you execute the vision of this great city, and it's coming to life before us, and we're honored to be a part of it. Congratulations, Trey. Proud to be a member of your community.
Congratulations. It's such an amazing award. What you've done for Arlington and to help Lowe's Hotels and all we've done together and really all you've done in the district, it's really just eye-opening, and we can't be at Lowe's Hotels more thankful for the relationship. Congratulations again.
Congratulations on this award, my friend. You have served Arlington exceptionally well. You have served so long in the city of Arlington that you know every pothole by name and location, Trey, and that's a good thing because you take care of them. I am so proud of you, and I'm so proud of the relationship we've had, and we've worked together, and we've done some things together, Trey, that we're really proud of. Congratulations. Your love for Arlington is inspiring, my friend. Have a great day, Trey. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hello. Congratulations, Trey. Job well done. I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all hear what he just said? He goes, more work to do. It's never ending with him. Let me see here. They've switched mics on me, so now I got to juggle both my clicker and the mic here. So congratulations, Trey. Job well done. You know, we've talked a little bit about what's been going on here in Arlington over the last year, and the reality of it is we could talk all day long, but y'all would end up just walking out listening to everything like that. Today's State of the City theme is tomorrow's Arlington. And one of the things we wanted to really focus on is what does the future hold for us? What does our future Arlington look like in 5, 10, 20 years from now? Folks, we're the American Dream City, so I'm going to ask y'all to do me a favor. We're going to dream just a little bit today. I want you to imagine what our city is going to look like in the future. Can you imagine a redevelopment of the old Lincoln Square property at Collins and I-30, transforming into the Anthem,
that is a multi-family mixed-use development with office space, garages, movie theaters, retail stores, dining facilities, hotel, everything where people can live, work, eat, and play without ever getting in their car to drive somewhere. Can you imagine an aerospace company creating their North American headquarters here in Arlington at our airport? eSpace Inc. has done just that, bringing over 400 aerospace jobs to Arlington. Can you imagine another company, Acciona, creating its U.S. headquarters here in Arlington? They have 4 core lines of business that range from renewable energies, water management, construction, and facility services. They are an international company that has over 57,000 employees. And they're bringing their U.S. headquarters to Arlington, Texas, with an emphasis on hiring local. Can you imagine Arlington's very own media company with TV channels and production and everything happening here? The Great American Media Group has relocated its headquarters to Arlington, Texas. That's right. Ah is right. Can you imagine a local businessman who has touched the lives of every single person in Arlington, one of the biggest philanthropic gentlemen I've ever met, deciding to keep his software company that deals with auto dealerships here in Arlington and grow it to, well, they'll have over 260 employees at Icon Technologies. Sam Maruk, thank you, my brother. You are an incredible human being. And thank you for your commitment to Arlington and everything you do. Can you imagine the world's leading innovator in autonomous vehicles moving their U.S. headquarters to Arlington and putting their manufacturing plant and assembly plant here in Arlington as well, making these little autonomous vehicles? Oh, and you can bet you're going to see some of these vehicles running around town in the not too distant future. Can you imagine the world's largest charging unit manufacturer for cell phones, Salcom, establishing their U.S. headquarters in Arlington? Are y'all getting the theme here? They're bringing more and more headquarters to our city. Can you imagine with this group here, they're bringing over 660 new jobs. And the company is going to look specifically to the residents of Arlington and UTA to help fill those incredible engineering positions. Right behind us, if you can imagine a Sheraton redevelopment, where the old Sheraton Hotel is replaced by a new Lowe's property, going from 311 rooms to 513 rooms. In fact, you will already see construction that has started right behind us on a new 735 space parking garage that will feed both the hotel, eSpace, Arlington Museum of Art, the National Medal of Honor Museum, and much more. where we're starting to elevate our parking needs here in Arlington as well. Can you imagine the property at Collins and Division being renovated? But here's the cool thing about that. There used to be this old hotel there, motel, the Caravan Motorland. And the Caravan Motor Motel was abandoned years and years ago. What we're going to see there is a brand new retro boutique hotel of 145 rooms with a beautiful martini bar at the top of it. But here's the important thing. Right there at the corner of Collins and Division is where the entertainment district and our downtown district begin to overlap. And this hotel pays homage to our history in Arlington, but it also will act as a catalyst for development that will continue to happen along Division Street there. We're so excited about those changes. Can you imagine Main Street back behind City Hall, where it is redevelopment with luxury living, office space, retail, and dining facilities, where downtown becomes even more walkable than it is now with everything right there? Can you imagine that Urban Union isn't done? It's still growing. They have 5 new mixed-use buildings coming in. You have the Rambler Inn, which is a boutique hotel. You have restaurants like Breakfast Brothers, Blue Mint Thai, and this incredible restaurant called Rocket Belly. Have y'all heard of that? Rocket Belly is owned by Olivia Wynn. Olivia is a young, beautiful, brilliant 12-year-old girl who came up with this concept, and with the help of her mom and dad, has started this Rocket Belly restaurant. And Olivia has joined us today. Olivia, will you stand up? She's way back here in the back. There she is waving. When we have young kids like Olivia here in Arlington, folks, our future is very bright. Sometimes I wonder if UTA can get any better than they are. They're incredible with what they do, but can you imagine connecting the east and west sides of UTA with a park over Cooper Street? Can you imagine a new hotel and convention center right there on UTA property? A new welcome center, new buildings sprouting up around there, revitalized buildings. UTA is every bit as busy as the city of Arlington with their forward thinking. Can you imagine? Arlington will host 9 games of the 2026 World Cup. That is more than any other host city in North America. There's a reason that we get more games than anybody else. That's because we're better. I'm biased, but we are. I am so excited because that puts Arlington on the world stage. It lets the world know what's going on. And folks, let me tell you something. There's been all kinds of rumors going around where they're going to call everything Dallas. Let me tell you, the whole world will know by the time we're done that these World Cup games were played here in Arlington, Texas. Oh my word. Can you imagine? IndyCar is coming to Arlington, Texas for the Grand Prix of Arlington. Talk about putting us on a world stage. IndyCar will be racing around a 2.73-mile track around AT&T Stadium and Globe Life Field. What a backdrop, with all of our incredible stadiums being the backdrop of the IndyCar racing around those facilities on the streets of Arlington. I'm so excited about this. What's great about this is it also comes in a part of the season where we don't have a lot of other games being played. The Rangers aren't playing baseball, the Cowboys aren't playing football, so they're coming when not everything else is going. That helps fill that gap, fill our hotels, and get people spending money here in Arlington. Can you imagine combining the world's best country and Western music with the best barbecue? And yes, Hurtado is some of the best barbecue around. But we're bringing the Lone Star Smokeout to AT&T Stadium in May of next year, where we'll have outdoor concerts with the biggest names in country music and hundreds of barbecue vendors out there with thousands of people. Can you imagine that the National Medal of Honor Museum will open this March in Arlington, Texas? A national museum here in our hometown that pays tribute to the men and women who have been decorated with the highest award possible in this country. Absolutely incredible. Can you imagine that this year on November 11th in the entertainment district, we will play host to the Texas Veterans Day Parade. It will be a sunset parade followed by a concert at Texas Live and a drone show by a Golden Buzzer recipient from the America's Got Talent show. Now that's pretty cool when we're talking about what we're doing for veterans there. That's right. Folks, we have our Military Valor Alliance. We have our National Medal of Honor Museum. We have Veterans Park with everything that's going on there with the memorials of the conflicts. We have the Texas Veterans Day Parade. And here's what I love about dealing with the veterans and military is it enables people, regardless of race, ethnicity, political parties, or anything, to love and appreciate our military and our veterans. And I would say that the mark of a true community is one that takes care of those who have taken good care of us. And I am proud to say that in Arlington, we are veteran proud, and we love the men and women who have served this country. Can you imagine another museum honoring a part of Arlington's history and not letting it slip away? The Top of the Hill Terrace, the Vegas before Vegas, the underground casino with the escape tunnels that were out there. We've partnered up with Arlington Baptist University to look at how we can make that happen. And UTA has graciously stepped in to help us with their history department and their archaeological department. Can you imagine that in the first quarter of next year, we're going to be opening the largest recreation center in the history of Arlington, the Active Center? for groups 50 and above with more amenities than I can list. Can you imagine that we're not going to rest with the accomplishments that have been done? It's been over 10 years since Arlington has done a comprehensive plan, and we've now started the process to do that again. We want to make sure that the next 10 or 20 years we're moving in the right direction. We want to make sure that the incredibly diverse community's needs are being met, that our transportation issues are being met, that our housing issues are being met, that we're continuing the massive economic growth that we're experiencing now. Can you imagine a city of nearly 100 square miles and a population of 400,000 has high-speed internet for everyone? A city that brings 15.6 million people here for tourism has high-speed internet for everyone. We have the highest fiber build rate than anybody else in the country, and we are very close to finishing high-speed internet for 100% of our community. Can you imagine elevating our street investments like we've never done before? We will be investing nearly $200 million over the next 4 years on street improvements. You know what I can imagine? Is that gun violence kills more children than anything. But I can't imagine that our community isn't going to allow that to happen here. With Bloomberg Harvard's leadership initiative, we formed a task force here in Arlington of 30+ city employees, from the police department to the Parks and Rec, library services, you name it, and we're working with AISD. We've created 2 new programs, Brave and Split Second. One is the deterrent-based program and one is an education-based program, because while we put our kids in cars every single day, gun violence kills more kids than car wrecks do. We cannot allow that to continue to happen, and in Arlington, we will take the lead on protecting our children. Can you imagine the city that actually listens to people? One of our surveys, our community satisfaction survey, says we need to have a cleaner community. So can you imagine a clean team whose sole purpose is to go around and address issues such as uncleanliness, graffiti, dirty medians, things such as that? Could you imagine delivering food to families in need with air and ground robots? We're doing it here in Arlington already to about 150 homes. Next year, we're going to double it with another 150. Can you imagine, as soon as we get I-30 and 360 done, we start on the Southeast Connector? But it's necessary. It's going to help us bring more economic development to the southwest part of our city. Can you imagine a north-south street connecting Barden Road with Green Oaks along the west side of our airport? A brand new Dr. Martin Luther King Drive will be open by the end of next year. Can you imagine high-speed rail connecting downtown Dallas to the Arlington Entertainment District to downtown Fort Worth? We're in the last part of an environmental phase right now, coming right down the middle of I-30, bringing people with a 12-minute ride from here to Dallas and here to Fort Worth. Can you imagine getting above the traffic in the entertainment district with a gondola system that is moving people from one location to another in the entertainment district? Where when people that come in on the high-speed rail look up and they see the gondola system and they think to themselves, we've arrived. We're at the right spot. This is cool stuff. Can you imagine Arlington being the first city to have real-life Jetson stuff? The air taxi is coming to Arlington. eVTOL will be flying people by 2026 in 2 to 4 person air taxis from our airport to the entertainment district. Can you imagine Jetsons in real life? Can you see what's going on? Can you see the future yet when you start to dream? What if we help you with a little visual here? So Arlington, this isn't just a dream. This is reality. What you've seen is already in the pipeline. We're already working for the future. So the state of the city today is great. The state of the city tomorrow is off the hook wonderful. We are laying the foundation today, as Tommy Vandergrift did 52 years ago when he went to Washington, D.C. and convinced the Washington Senators to become the Texas Rangers and move here. We're doing the same type of foundation building now to better prepare the city for the future. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank the Chamber and their incredible staff for doing all this production. I want to thank our city team and our media group who had to put up with me putting this thing together. Most of all, I want to thank y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all being supportive of the council and myself and Trey Elverton, we couldn't do the things that we're doing here today. So God bless y'all. Thank you for everything, and I love y'all. Good night.